Hey everyone, Switch Blair, and it's time for another fitty video, and this time it's about the G5 character Hitch. About Hitch family, there is not much we know about it, except there are only two known members. His adopted son, Sparky, and his grandmother, Grandma Figgy. Here's the thing, we don't know if it is his paternal or maternal grandmother. In fact, we had never even seen or even heard about his parents, either in the A New Generation movie or Make You Mark or even Tell Your Tale. There's nothing we don't know anything about his other side family of his parents. There has been a lot of question marks about his family. Even back in a New Generation movie, we saw him as a colt, playing around with Sprout and Sunny at the old lighthouse. It's very strange that we never even saw his family, considering that we saw Argyle when Sunny was still young, and even Sprout's own mother, Phyllis, made appearance. So, where is Hitch's family? Or at least his parents? In fact, we know for the fact that he doesn't even have any siblings, so he might be the only child. But I'm very curious. What happened to Hitch's family? Could it be possible that he was an orphan by even a young age, that his grandmother raised him? Because here's the thing about it. Here's what I maybe think, that he could have been an orphan, even at a young age, that his grandmother was the one that raised him. How will I make that conclusion? Well, if you go back to the first Christmas movie they made, of the special one about the Make You Mark, when they went to see his grandmother's house, they saw photos of him when he was young, but with no photos of his family or even his parents in any of them. In fact, there were only of him and his grandmother. So I start to wonder, could it be possible that his parents could have been passed away at some point and made him an orphan, and that his grandmother decided to raise him as his own son? It's possible that his grandmother may have raised him all along. But exactly when this supposed passing of his parents happened? Well, that's another thing about it. We don't know. It's just a lot of question marks about his parents that we don't even know much about. Considering at least that Make You Mark, there was no mention of any of his either his grandmother and his adopted son, Sparky. So, it's a very big mystery about his family. In fact, I'm very strange that we never saw anything about his family or his parents. Because when we saw that his grandmother was going to make appearance in Make You Mark, I was very excited to have at least one of the main six have showing a relative. But it was just a bit strange that even the photographs on the wall and in the family album that only have photos of him, but not his parents. That struck me a bit odd. But in the end, it also could have made sense that his parents could have passed away at some point when he was still young. And maybe he was just too young to even to remember them. Well, that's another thing about it. Like, we know for a fact that the G4 character Applejack, she lost her parents at one point. So, compared to list Applejack's family and to Hitch's family, could it have been something similar to that? I would have to say it is possible. Compared to that Applejack lost her parents at some point after that Apple Bloom was born. And Hitch was raised by his grandmother, since Grand Smith raised all of the Apple siblings by herself. So it wouldn't make sense in that perspective. But it is a bit far to know for sure if Applejack's could compares to Hitch is even similar, because it's even possible that even Hitch family parents might still be alive. They might just simply live in Maritime Bay, but they never saw them on screen. But even if this possible, they would have been mentioning that his parents was just happy to have an adopted grandson, even as a dragon. So I don't believe, at least I don't think his parents are still alive. Well, how can I make that as a comparison? Well, at least one other new G5 characters I can give as one example. Sunny. We know the fact that her father raised her alone, and when she was older, he had passed away. We don't know exactly when he passed away or how. But another character said quite similar. It would have been Sip and Pip, because we know for a fact that their mother, Queen Haven, raised them by herself. And another small detail, we never know anything about Sip or Pip's father, the king. We never saw him, or even heard about him. So, could there be a comparison of Sip and Pip and Sunny's condition of their one of their parents had passed away? Well, it's possible that simply that Hitch's parents had passed away, and that he was still young, but he maybe still remembers them, and that his grandmother, might only be his only living relative alive. So, rather being taken in by foster family, she may have decided to take him in and raise Hitch as her own son. But it's still a bit far-stretched, but I think it's very likely that Hitch's parents have passed away at some point, and that Grandma Figgy raised him. And that might explain some details, but we don't know for sure. And will we might even know about this? The truth? Who knows? Maybe one day we might know about it, but for now, this is only my theory of his parents had passed away at some point. And if you have any own ideas, let me know. This is Switch W, Switch over and out.